Everybody, and welcome back to Let's Talk About. And this is the 11th episode, and today we're gonna have a really amazing person as a guest. I personally am a big fan of her, an amazingly strong woman, and let's invite her in. And she will introduce herself. But I can tell you that the reason why I am so excited to have her on is that she is an awesome businesswoman, an awesome leader, but also a fantastic mom. I was just introducing you, Prashantha. Hi, and welcome to
Hi.
the Let's Talk About. You look amazing, by the way, with the bindi and the earrings and everything. So
All red today,
yeah, I mean,
coral.
I love red and strong colors.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So please, Prashantha, you're welcome, and please introduce yourself to our audience. A little bit about yourself.
Let me see. What can I say? I think you've actually introduced me, you know, uh, completely. I am a mother and I am a leader of my own company that I started just a little over a year ago. And yeah, it's a leadership and career development program that I have formed in that company of mine. Plus, I do a lot of other eco-friendly and sustainability-related projects with India, and
Yeah.
everything to do with that, basically. So I have actually two major projects that I'm working on. So I'm really excited about that.
Yes. Yes, those are amazing
Yeah,
projects that you are doing.
yeah.
And so you are a member of the Wiki
Yes, it's
network, one of the council members in Norway.
yeah.
And but that is like one network. You are kind of spread everywhere, right? So you tell us a
I
little
am
bit.
actually, and I just love it because I love connecting with people,
Mm,
as you know. So it's I've through actually she reveals participating in that and so many other events that we've had together
yes,
that I have really learned a lot and have grown my network to a very large extent that I hadn't even anticipated actually. So I'm really thrilled with this symbiosis or this development of everything, and it's like if I can proudly say that I've launched my program, a lot of it goes to the credit to the fact that I've been given a lot of support
mm.
with you because you're my coach now, as well as my friends. So
Yeah, friends
yeah,
first, but
and
yeah.
yeah, that encouragement that I've been given to continue to stay the path, even when I was doubting myself and my own abilities and my knowledge and what I have to offer. So I
Because
think,
I get that that when we are working and we are entrepreneurs and we're starting our own businesses, it is a lonely journey, and sometimes we start doubting ourselves nor when we are not getting the success right away, because it is a long journey. Usually it takes a few years before you can really make it, and to keep that momentum going, the positive attitude that yes, it will happen, is difficult when you're alone. So I think the doubts set in faster. So I could see it right away, all the talent and so much power that you have that should get out there.
oh,
But
thank you.
sometimes everybody needs a little bit of a push,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Yes, no,
accountability.
I'm really thrilled with how much progress I've made in collaboration with others, which I would not have been able to do alone, as you said, as an entrepreneur, and not being an entrepreneur myself. And I'm in my 50s, so, and well, I think that it's,
I think I think we yeah. Could you repeat that? I think we just give me a second. It seems
yeah,
to be a bad connection.
uh, could be mine.
Are you there?
Yes, I am. I am. Can you see me?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
now I can see you.
Okay.
But I think there is a little bit bad connection with the
Yeah.
internet.
You're hazy to me, but I think it's, yeah. No, no, I was just saying that it's amazing how much I have within a rather short time, I would say, and it's just purely through collaborations. And as you rightly said, this journey being an entrepreneur can be very lonely. So,
Yeah.
and it's a very uncharted waters for me, especially. So I really like appreciate the fact that there's somebody who has confidence in what I do. So that has given me a lot of impetus to move forward, and I'm amazed at how fast I've moved forward actually, and the people that trust me. So now it's
Yeah.
living up to that trust is the next challenge. When they want to collaborate with me. So yeah, I think it's exciting. It's a world of opportunities open that I have not ever thought of before.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about the program you have
Mhm.
just launched, because
Yeah,
that is very exciting. It's a
yeah, it
totally new
is.
thing.
I have been just talking to a lot of different people, and so I don't believe that I'm an expert in everything. I'm I'm an expert in putting people together
Yeah.
and getting the best out of them, and that's exactly what this program's about. Basically, it's both for those who want to be leaders or who are leaders as well, and want to become better at what they do. It's also for young people who are aspiring to be leaders or to find clarity and direction in their careers, especially.
Mm.
And it is not just on one area, but I believe in a holistic approach.
Yeah.
So it starts really very simply with goal mapping or visualizing your goals and your future and taking it from there, then building up your health and how important it is to
Mm.
take all the different aspects of your health, not just your,
Mm.
mental health and everything. And we build on that, where we make a plan for your career, whatever you choose to do,
Mm.
because now
Mm.
you have clarity of your vision, right? And you know that you need to take care of your health and what makes you happy, the routines that you want to develop and continue with. And then we
Mm.
start looking at your career. And then how do you communicate that message to the world outside and the choices that you make?
Yeah.
That's so it builds up on that, and then we end up with how important it is. As I said, I myself have learned so much through collaborations
Mm.
and talking to coaches and having this
Mm.
different perspectives, and also having that as well included, that even if you want to develop in your career, no matter what stage you are at in life, it, it helps to have coaching. It helps to have someone who believes in you, not
Mm.
just your family. Sometimes they may not even take you that seriously. I do recall that at some point when I was starting my business, at the very beginning, someone said that, "Oh, your hobby." And I said, "What?" I got so offended, and it's a family member. This is my life. So, but I had a coach who didn't take what I was doing as a hobby, who believed in me, and who said, "No, we're going to make it get there." So, and I
Happen.
think that's kind of
Yeah.
important to think of that as well. So, yeah, that's basically what it's all about. Building you up completely, from A to Z, and getting you where you want. But that's the program. The full program. The short one I'm doing now, I'm just doing the free one just for Oslo for now.
Okay, so yeah, because the smaller one, the shorter one is gonna be in next month again, I guess.
Yes, it's
In a
actually
few.
starting on the 14th of November and ending
Yeah.
on the 19th
Yeah.
with an introduction. It's just 2.5 hours every day. So it's not in the evenings. So it's not you will get all the elements of the entire program, but of course you want to get the full details. And there are a few surprises
Yeah.
along the way.
Yeah.
So
But
yeah, I'm excited.
I just wanted to tap on that little important detail also, that you are actually collaborating with the government of Norway and counties of Norway, and to actually get this program out to the people who actually needs it, you know.
Yeah.
And
So this
so it's,
one part of it, yeah, it's about
yeah,
career development, getting the job according to your qualifications. So it is aimed
correct.
for mostly, first and foremost, women, and of course men as well,
Mm.
but so that they get the job that they deserve.
Yeah.
and I'm qualified
Right.
for.
Yeah. I'm just telling people to log in. Just give me 1 second.
Yeah,
Um,
that's fine. I should have actually also done that, but I don't know how to do this. I'm not very good with this Instagram thing yet.
no, no, no. You're doing very nicely. The reason why I wanted to go live, why I do this live, is that what happens when we are too prepared with an interview, you don't get that authentic feel. And then
Yeah,
you cut and paste and then you make it totally different. And then you think, okay, should I post it? Should I not post it? So that becomes the mental thing. Whereas in direct, in a live one, you just go about it and you do it and it's out there, you know?
yeah,
So that is why
exactly.
I love live on Insta.
Mm.
You log in and join us. Okay. So now I
Mhm.
spread the word out there. So we'll see. But what I wanted to talk to you about is that this is an
Mm.
amazing program. Um, and I always talk about the mindset in a business, right?
Yeah,
So since you are an amazing businesswoman having two different projects, and you are a person who does like multitask. You like
yes.
multitasking also. That is something we have been talking about in coaching. It's great to do multitasking, but when you have too many projects, nothing happens. You
You're
get kind of
absolutely right. I've learned that.
yeah.
So I think we've had a coaching session now for a few months. And that's the one thing that I have found that I've become stronger in really examining when there's something, a new shiny idea comes, and I get them all the time. And I'm ready to go. But I've actually stopped myself and I say, all right, I need to think about this a little. And where does it fit in with my big picture, where I want to go? Will I be able to do it justice? And is this something that I really want to do right now? You
Mm,
know, maybe, and is it something that I can pick up at a later date?
mm.
So I kind of like have these thoughts and questions in my mind that we've discussed a lot because
Yeah, and
and I've
but
narrowed it down. So I'm happy now that I have, like I said, I have this the temple waste management. I have my program. These are like my two major
mm,
projects. And aligned with that same one is another one that's just come up, but I'm waiting on that. I just told her that I would love to collaborate with you, but I would like to bring more people in. And I have to discuss this with you later on because I think she's an
yeah.
ideal candidate for Vicky in the textiles and fashion, which we don't have.
Wow. Wow. Amazing. Yes, we need our Norway Wiki to grow. And
Yeah.
so more people that can come in and do, different things. It's amazing. And for those who don't know, Wiki is a huge network that started in India. It's about a Women's Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry. And we are welcoming everybody in Norway who wants to work. With women or business women at least in India and vice versa. So that is why we are bringing up Wiki all the time. But yeah, I like what you said that you now take a step back when there is something shiny dingling in front of you and you want to go up and grab it. You're taking a step back and say, okay, how
Yeah.
does this fit in my bigger picture or my life mission? Uh, so talk me through the mindset you have. Like, okay, this is the bigger picture, but how do you create the picture? Because we are all different, right? And
Yeah.
some people are very concerned about the details, the smaller pictures, they can't see the bigger picture. So how do you work with the bigger picture? How do you put your mind into the bigger
Well,
picture?
I've always been a big picture person, which is
Okay.
so that is very easy for me to have the big picture and to look at that. And but even for that, I often if I get too caught up in details, then I actually lose myself, and I don't know. I no longer know what my what should I say, my mission or my what I want to do. Basically, what am I representing? You know, basically. My brand, for example. What is my brand about? And I lose that in this process. So for me, it's important to have a few things in place, mentally at any rate, if you talk about a mindset. One of them is that when I think about it, does it make me feel happy?
Mm-hmm.
Does it make me feel excited? Every
Mm-hmm.
time I think about it, do I
Okay.
feel do I feel like, oh my God, there's a lot to do? If I have that feeling, I say, all right, then you need to wait a little. You know,
Yeah.
there's a
Yeah.
lot of detailed work to be done. Then I
And
just say, all right, that's it, and I don't know who I want to collaborate with also. That's another big flashlight for me, because I am I love working with others. I'm
yeah.
not, I'm not the type that can sit in a room and work all on my own. I can with the creative process, but
Yeah.
beyond that, I love working with people. And if
Mm.
I feel that I don't know who I can work with on that project, that's also a big sign for me that I probably will give it up
Yeah.
before I even get ground. So these are the things. And I also think, coming from a place of abundance, knowing that it's enough.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's
Yeah,
very important.
yeah.
And you're touching into something that is sometimes very, even though we hear about it all the time, the big coaches talk about coming from the abundance mindset, coming from the place of abundance. But how do you think about abundance? How does that feel for you? Because it might be different for everybody, right?
Mm.
And it is, for some people, it's a completely strange notion, different notion. They never thought about it,
Yeah.
the abundance mindset or the feeling of
Mm.
abundance in their life. So how do
For
you
me,
first of
abundance
all, how do you
is
feel? Yeah.
for me, abundance is not about necessarily having a huge bank account. It's
Yeah.
about the people in my life, how many
Uh-huh.
things I can be grateful for, and there's every single day to live in that kind of lifestyle where I am grateful when I wake up in the morning, when I um, I have an intent and I have a purpose and I'm able to serve.
Mm.
These are things that make me feel abundant.
Yeah.
When I can cook up a good meal, that looks delicious and that tastes good and it's nutritious. For
Mm.
example, let me just, it can be simple things. It can
Mm.
be, it's more lately, for example, I've just taken up saying to myself, my glass of water in the morning, that I just say to the water, I love you and I'm so grateful for you because you
Mm.
are healing me.
Mm.
And not only that, you taste so good. I mean, I want to be with you all day long.
And thank God we have very good water in Norway.
And
So
exactly, and I'm so grateful that I live here where the water tastes like nectar,
yes, it
and
does.
that concentrate, and I see such a huge difference in my energy just thinking like that
Mm.
and drinking water.
So what you're saying that for those who never felt that abundance mindset or felt abundant in their life, if they start to be grateful for what they have, start appreciating what they have, they will realize that they are pretty abundant.
Very much.
Even if,
Simple
yeah,
things,
yeah,
we don't need to have a lot.
no,
Uh, I constantly remind myself of that.
yeah,
And also, that's important. I personally, gratitude, abundance mindset is extremely important for me. And I don't think I would come very far if I didn't have those two feelings. And when I say abundance, I mean also abundance that I can give a lot. When I think that I'm an abundance of everything, of energy, of love, of gratitude, when I say that I have a lot of those things,
yeah,
I can give it just as freely to others. I can give love, I can give caring, empathy, because I feel I have so much of it,
yeah,
you know?
yeah, yeah.
So,
And then you're put into the abundant
yeah,
mindset anyway.
yeah.
So how do you define success?
Oh, success, I think, is a very complicated word sometimes.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Because
Yeah.
it seems apparently that it's a measurable factor if you look at it in as a gain, if you look at it in money and so on, or the number of people in your circle that are influential or whatever.
Yeah.
If you want to look at it like that, you hang out with the name dropping area place and you could consider it successful because you're moving with that kind of crowd. So I think success is very individual.
Mm.
And to be honest, I have not felt successful
Okay.
simply because I went to a normal job, did a 9 to 5 job, and came home and everything. But now I feel successful because I went after my dreams.
Okay.
Whether I fail at it or whether it's going to become a multimillionaire, a multi-million-dollar affair, I have no idea. But I feel successful because I went after my dream.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it is. Success, at least for me,
Mm.
is being able to dare to take that, go after what you want in life.
Yeah. It's amazing. Yeah, that's an amazing definition that if you go for what you want, and even if you don't reach the goal, but that you dared to take that step, then that in itself is success.
Yeah.
And you're kind of living on. There you are. Okay. Yeah, that you will.
Yeah.
Can you see me now?
Yes, I can.
Hello?
Yeah. Hello, I can see you.
Uh, is it better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
can see you and I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I am the one who's getting you round and round. Okay,
Oh.
so what I was saying is that it is, as long as you live on your own terms, you feel you're successful. You're
Yeah.
able to go after your dreams. And I think the most important thing with when I set a goal or go after one of my dreams is always the journey towards the goal or achieving the dreams that I am most excited about.
Yeah.
It's great when you achieve it, but I love the journey on the way, and that I can have fun with it. And as you were saying, if it is in collaboration with others, that my goal and their goal are aligned and our life mission are the same, then I feel okay, then I'm successful because I'm actually enjoying myself, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's it, and I enjoy. You have to enjoy the journey and just be in that moment. And if you're able to do that, I think that, I would consider that very successful. And yeah, like my life is very unpredictable, as you know. So it's never like I never know what I'm going to wake up to the next day. And but when I get through, and I have done this now more recently, I go to my daughter and I say, "Thank you for today, and I really, really love you, and you have saved me, for example, this or that, and you've done this." And I find just that, and then she automatically feels that she had a successful day and a good day, and I feel I have a successful day as well. So it's like being in the moment. It's literally being in the moment to a large extent and enjoying this journey. I won't say it's easy. It's not an easy for anyone, whether you have a complicated life or not. Still, I think it is a challenge for a lot of people to remain within that, what should I say, within that feeling of being that I'm successful. It's not as easy as saying that, or to achieve it, or that feeling I'm saying. I feel it is much more difficult than we make it out to seem. It's a process. Because like I said, I mean, I spent 50 years of my life not feeling like much of a success. So you could imagine.
That's a long time. That's a
Yeah,
very
exactly.
long
It's a
time.
long time, and I think it's like great when I see people,
But
realize it much
I know
earlier.
you are very, but I know you're a very busy woman, and you have like many projects, and then you are an excellent mom. I mean, amazing mom who,
Thank you.
do you move heaven and earth for your children, and I've seen that. The way you care, and it's not just for your family. You literally care for everybody. But how do you manage your time? I mean, being
Ah,
successful businesswoman, being an amazing mom. I don't know how your husband would describe you as a wife, because I
chaotic.
haven't been able to ask him. But I know the two. I mean, and you are so creative. I've seen your paintings. I've seen the artwork you do, and you continuously keep yourself busy with some new creative things. And how do you then manage your time?
Ah, managing time is a big challenge for me. It has been. Like I said, first of all, I tend to go after the new shiny thing that's there and just like, hop into it. And the plate is like, I'm no longer there. The plate is this full, So, uh, but now I find that discipline is not a bad word for
No,
starters. It doesn't make
no,
me boring.
no, 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 no,
Routine
definitely not.
doesn't make me boring.
No, 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 not at all.
But I mean,
I'm
these are my
very fond of both
concepts.
of them. I'm very fond of the both of the words, so no, not at all.
No, but I'm just saying, like, if my personality,
Yeah.
for me, uh, discipline and routine and doing the same thing every day was like, oh my God, I can't do this. This is not me. You know, I need like 100 different things and I need a new variety every day. Like, I never would take lunch to work because
Okay.
I may feel that I don't want to eat it at lunchtime. I may want to eat something
Okay.
else. So that's,
Okay.
you can imagine the level of my time management here.
I can understand.
So from there, I think part of it is also what we've been through and
Yeah.
a lot of the discussions that we've had on how I tend to, the critical thinking, basically, that's come in at a very early stage.
Mm,
That has definitely helped me to manage my time better.
mm,
And that has also given me the possibility to say, for example, to my family that I'm busy. Like today, I know that I had literally meetings from back to back. And I still have it until 9 o'clock, beyond 9 o'clock today. And I've told them that this is where it's going to be. And when I'm very clear, then I find that it is far more easier to manage my time. If I'm not clear in my aim or what I want to do, and as I say, I keep grabbing everything that's around me that looks exciting, then I lose the whole plot. And that's one. And as I said again, that critical thinking that you've asked me these questions again and again. So why, what, and is this what you really want to do? And
mm.
these questions that you kept on asking me, is I have them down on my, keep taking them out and looking at it. But I have developed also some routines
Mm,
that I do like very much. Like, for example, Sundays I reserve, no matter what, to go through the coming week of
yeah.
all the things that I have committed or not committed and what I want to do, what not I want to do, for example. And, I've actually said no to a few people, said that
Mm,
I'm not meeting you this week because I can't. I've already committed to something else and
mm,
I'm going away again for another couple of weeks. I don't want
mm,
to pack in my days with running after something else. So
mm,
things like that. And
mm,
that's clarity. So my time is better managed with these critical questions to stop
mm,
someone like me to just go after whatever and just add it on and then suffer from overwhelm 2 weeks down the lane
mm,
when I can't fulfill anything that I promised, or I
mm.
forget my meetings, even worse,
And we
which
have all
happened.
been there. And also another thing I want to add to that is what before I always been good with managing my time from the start because my mom gave me that gift, I think, in like by being very strict with time. So she would always tell me, plan the day, what are you doing, who are you going with. So she used to give me that. But there was a time when I just started many years ago. I would, as you're saying, do different meetings at different times, and suddenly I would be um,
Double
spending maybe
booked.
2 years, like 2 weeks, 2 weeks, and having meetings continuously, and they were not giving me the result I wanted. There was no money in it. There was no movement in my project. So there was no, going forward with my business. There was no, development. And then I realized, okay, what have I been doing for 2 weeks? I've been actually wasting the time. Obviously, building a network is never a waste of time. But in the long run, when you are a business person, you need to be more specific with your time, more
Yeah.
planned. And even
It's
if you're going to have,
valuable.
yeah, because you
Value the
don't get
time.
back that
Yeah,
time, you know? So,
I think that's another thing too. I think you asked me that question. So, what does it cost for you when you're spending that time away from your family? What does
yes.
it mean?
Yeah.
Like in your care for Ramya.
Yeah.
And that was like a shocker to me, that I was spending time on things that weren't so relevant and I wasn't valuing my own time and keeping it for the things I absolutely love. Like, for example, the creative things that I do, that gives me peace of mind. It gives me much more energy. Spending 1 hour doing artwork gives me much more energy than sitting in a meeting where I'm not really sure why I'm there.
Exactly.
But just because I think it's exciting.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so that's what I mean when I say critical thinking. It's just that just stop and value the time that you have and spend it wisely in the things that actually give you joy and give you happiness.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
and I've become better. I get up at a regular time. For example, I can't sleep at a regular time, but I definitely make it a point to get up at a regular time. And the day that I know that I've had a bad night, I make sure that there's a window of time for me to rest, for example, so that I can carry on the rest. Things like that. It's small things, but as you say, it's an everyday planning thing.
Yeah.
Get up in the
Okay,
morning.
so before we wrap up, thank you so much for your time. But before we wrap up, I want to ask you: is there any advice you would give to upcoming business owners, entrepreneurs, startups? With any advice that you wished you had been given when you started?
I think that we are so much in our own heads when we start that, at least for me, being coached, having that other person who'll ask me the important questions that I don't ask myself was, for me, it was absolutely alpha and omega for me to have this rapid progress. I would not have come this far this fast if I was entirely on my own. So I would recommend that you find yourself, if you're starting off, I know it is a little bit of an investment sometimes, but there's also a lot of tips that people will give you if you ask them nicely, even to get started, so that you really spend the time on that aspect. That's my advice. I would recommend.
But this is a follow-up question, which leads to this, because you are now recommending coaches, or go and find yourself a good coach
A mentor,
who have been there and done that and are successful. But there are so many coaches who have so much valued out there who have values in the Facebook groups, also on Instagram. You can see they're giving out so much value. You can find them on this this new app, I forgot, but anyway, YouTube is filled with a lot of coaches. Would you recommend to connect with them on the free platforms, or would you actually go and should they buy the coaching programs that suits them
Personally,
most?
I have done the free, a lot of them.
Mm.
And the thing that has been at least a challenge for me is that it doesn't apply to my personal situation. So while,
Okay.
and then after a time, they just become generic advices
Mm.
that I could just, I know that myself, for example. And
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't help me in to really make that progress that I want to make. That will address me, my personality, and my life in the way that I need it to be addressed. Because when you're in a new territory, in a new arena, like an entrepreneurship and starting a business on your own, there's so many things that you really don't know, you know? And those answers those free things give you only a certain finite, very
Yeah.
limited information. And it comes, at least for me, and as I said, I have a complicated life. So I needed a coach that would understand and that could then
Mm.
give me targeted advice rather than
Yeah.
just tell me a whole lot of what I can read off a book. No.
Yeah.
So
I
that
mean,
is why
there are a
I would
lot of
recommend, if you want
people.
quick progress, that's what I recommend.
Yeah.
I mean, if
Yeah.
you really want to move fast.
Yeah.
If you're not in a hurry, yes, go ahead, follow this thing, and your life is relatively smooth, and you have a huge bank account with a lot of money, and you can wait. That's okay.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah,
Of course. Of course. Everybody in their own pace, and if their
yeah,
business, it's there up to them. Thank
exactly.
you. This is very, very valuable advice that you're given. And thank you for letting us get to know you better.
Thank you.
And I will put in the handles how to get in touch with Prashantha. So if you think her program might be interesting for you and you want to ask her more about it, then please get in touch with her. She's both on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. You can find her everywhere, which I
Yeah,
love, of course. And being
yeah,
a branding coach, I would say
yeah.
go all in. Yeah, and even if you think you just want to connect with her, she's amazing. So I love
Thank
you,
you.
Prashantha. I love what you do, and yeah, my life has been so much enriched and
Oh
colorful
my
after I
goodness.
got in
Thank
touch with you.
you. That's a huge compliment. Thanks. I feel the same. Thank you for
Yeah.
today.
Okay.
Take care.
Take care,
Bye.
and we will talk soon.
We'll talk.
Bye.